Hello people, this is Purple. Happy New Year, this is 2026. Let's make it better than last one. I sure hope this year is better than last one. Last year was fucking awful for me. But yeah, I'll try to make the best of it. And today we are here to do the final update on our 2025 bingo card as well as start our 2026 bingo. So for now, let's just talk about last year's bingo. There was no real major change to the bingo card. So at the end, we finished the year with a single line complete, so we still won a bingo, and I ended up having more crosses on the board than I thought. I ended up having 10 crosses out of the 24 spaces, and I really didn't think I would get more than like 2 or 3, okay? There are some that you can argue about, like maybe they happened, but I didn't really cross them out because this or that, but at the same time, even if those couple things that you could say happened, if I were to cross them out, it wouldn't really change the outcome of the videos, so of the bingo card, so yeah, I'm not going to count them either way, okay? Fuck it. Now that the 2025 bingo card is officially done, I've ripped the fucking piece of paper apart, okay? It's done! No more! Let's go into the 2026 bingo card. This year, I decided to make something a little bit more, like, complete. I decided to make some predictions, put them all in a list, and then make a bunch of bingo cards with those predictions. I have a total of 30 bingo cards that I will at some point be flashing on screen. You can screenshot them if you want. I've picked the one with my birthday. You can pick the one with your birth month. You can pick one that, like, I don't know, your house address, your social security number, you know, whatever you want. You can pick the one with like the digits that match it. I have no power over it, but it would be fun for us to play along this year. It would be more fun for you to like actually make your own bingo card, but that's something that we can think about doing next year, maybe think stuff through better. For now, let's talk about the topics that I've like picked, the predictions that I've made. Just like last year, I want to make it clear, I am not some fucking Nostradamus. I don't know what's going to happen. I make predictions based on what I see, and most of them are not likely to happen. I just think they are either funny, unlikely, or in some kind of way, like, possible but not really going to happen, you know? I don't think most of these things are going to happen. However, I must say, 2 of the predictions I had, like, written down happened before I am recording this video, so I'm not going to include them, and those included the US invading Venezuela, like, directly, not just attacks offshore, and people killing, like, someone killing someone else because of like an AI chatbot. Apparently that also happened like last year in the second half of December, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, for now let's talk about the squares that I've like the predictions that I've made, the squares that I'm going to have on these bingo cards. And so the first one is Trump dying, and hopefully there is footage. I'm kind of recycling this one from last year, but yeah, self-explanatory. The guy is like, he already has a foot in the grave. He's like starting shit with everyone. I don't think he's going to last until 2027. Second one, this one, but yeah, it's not really the best to look at, but it is nuke deployment. Possibly an accident, not a test. I wrote this like this because like Trump has said that he plans on testing nukes again, so I am not going to include the tests that he has already said that he's going to do. But yeah, also recycled from last year. It didn't happen last year, it might not happen this one, you know? Luigi not guilty, another one recycled from last year. He has had, like, many of the things he was accused of already dropped, so that's a part of it. But the main case, like, is that the accusations of him being, like, the murderer of the guy, that's still being like tried in court. So yeah, there was some issues with the evidence that was being used against him, so that might make like the whole case fall apart. I'm not sure. Either way, as time goes on, we might figure something out. Portugal having a bad new president is the next square. Yeah, we are going to have some new elections on the 18th of January, and whoever wins, someone is going to be mad at it, so I just said that this is a free space. If you have this on your bingo card, just consider it a free space. I'm not going to cross it out until the 18th, even if it is someone who I voted for or who I don't really mind being the president, because there's like 2 to 3 people of the candidates that I don't really mind or I kind of like. So if it's one of them, I will still cross it out. You will still cross it out, okay? Because someone is going to be mad and no one is perfect. So I don't really, like, don't crucify me for this, okay? The next square I have is content creator goes pyrocynical. This is also recycled from last year, and I will explain it again. Okay, Pyro had a controversy a few years back where he was doing some kind of like weird sexual roleplay with someone, and it turns out the person he was doing that roleplay was a minor. After the allegations came out and stuff, he clarified, look, I was doing this weird shit, I did not know that they were like a minor, and yeah, I'm into the weird shit, and I will be careful in the future not to like involve minors, but it was never my intention. That was like the thing that he said, and it kind of saved his like career. As far as I know, he still posts, like, yay. And that's kind of what I'm expecting to happen to someone else. So they do something, some type of sexual misconduct, and they go like, look, I was, yes, taking part in that. That was accidental. The things we were doing, that was not accidental, but the person it was happening with was accidental, you know, something like that. Because why not? Let's bring some whimsy into the world, you know? Next one is kind of serious. AI bubble pops and brings forward a big fucking depression, because that's definitely going to happen when the bubble pops. And while I'm not sure if the bubble is going to pop in 2026, I am like 85% sure that it will become like mainstream knowledge that there is a bubble. You know, that people will start being like, yeah, this shit's going to pop, and when it pops, it's going to take everything with it. Like, people will be like, should we pop the bubble or should we let it pop and take even more with it, you know? I think that will be a discussion that will happen in 2026, but I'm not sure if the bubble will actually pop. Next up, we have the FBI gives up and just releases a more comprehensive version of the Epstein list, of the Epstein files, sorry. This is kind of something that I would love. Like, there's been so much shit about the fucking Epstein list files, whatever, already. They have done, like, they released the files and it was all blacked out, you know? It's fucking great, everyone knows what's written there. Oh, but wait, people actually do know, because they did a terrible job of blacking it out, so people could just like copy it and paste it in like a Word document, and the text that was under the blackout would show up. Not all of it, but a lot of it, and some stuff isn't quite great on the current administration of the US. Why was that blacked out? Who knows? But yeah, let's just hope a better version of the files gets released, so I can cross this out. Next up, we have, look, I had to do something like this. Purple hits 1,000 followers on any social media. I am active here on YouTube, I'm active on TikTok, and I have a bluesky, but I don't really post there. If any of those gets to 1,000 followers, I will cross this one out. That's Gucci, you know? iPhone 18 flops, or just sucks. This is kind of recycled from last year. Also kind of self-explanatory. When it happens, it's going to be a bit subjective, but like, if there is a lot of buzz like, oh yeah, they like made the battery 50% smaller and it fucking sucks, or they like they used a way too powerful chip and the phone is melting in people's pockets, you know, if some shit like that happens, I will cross it out, you know. Next, we have Civil War in the US. I was kind of unsure about this one, like if I would include something more like World War or Civil War in the US. I decided for the Civil War in the US. Even if it's something kind of small, if it's like January 6th or bigger, I will probably include it. For me to count it, there will need to be like 2 different groups of people. There will need to be like armed conflict within US soil. And yeah, even if it's like something that lasts 5 minutes, I will count it if there's something real. Netanyahu calling his own actions in Palestine a genocide or a synonym to that word. So if he says, yeah, we are cleansing the land, yeah, we are exterminating these pests, if you say something like that, that is genocidal language, and I will cross this out. Big loss in civil rights in the US. This one could be stuff like gay people losing the right to marriage, gay people losing the right to adopt. This could be like racially specific laws. This could be stuff like inequality in access to care. Whatever it is, if it is a major change that hurts civil rights in the US, I'm crossing it out. Kind of like Roe v. Wade being overturned was. If something like that happens, I will cross it out. Corporate war because of chip shortage. This is me kind of in my like fantasy world thing, okay? If our current world, which I'm not even sure what timeline we are on right now, okay? If this turns into a Cyberpunk 2077 type timeline, I'm crossing this one out. If there is a war because of ships or materials or whatever, where people fucking die and they are being paid by companies, it's almost funny, okay? Next up we have new meme causes security risk. I'm not really sure of what I meant when I wrote this, but like as far as I'm kind of thinking, I think that if there is a meme that like causes people to go on a website that's insecure, or an image or video or whatever, like a file that corrupts your phone or makes it easier for someone with bad intentions to access, I will cross this out. If it doesn't really happen, or if it's something that like never really gains any level of mainstream coverage, like if I hear, yeah, there were like 6 phones that got hacked because this image was circulating, I'll be like, I don't fucking care, no one cares. Like 5 people got the fact that that's not real, that never got to be a meme. That was just a weird friend group, Now, another serious one, NATO disbanding. There's been a lot of messiness between the US and especially Europe, especially with Trump saying shit about wanting to annex Greenland. Yeah, I fucking love this timeline, like, as if Venezuela wasn't enough, Puerto Rico, like, everything, yay! Why the fuck is a Shito with dementia in control of the most powerful nation in the world? Yay. But yeah, if more shit goes down, NATO will probably disband, and yay, that's the start of World War III. COVID goes pandemic again. This is like new variant, and like, even if it's not COVID, but I kind of am predicting COVID itself to be the big thing. Like, there is right now a very powerful variant of the flu going on, and like it's a mess and it's kind of fucking people over, but I'm still betting on COVID. Next up we have X getting banned in a large market. It might be Europe, it might be South America, Africa, Asia, If it gets like banned in a large market, I'll cross it out, whatever that market might be. More info on GLP-1 ends up telling people that there are dangers to it, especially when it's used for stuff that is not diabetes, like not diabetes, I forgot the right word, but like not because of that. And so people stop being prescribed it to weight loss, like for weight loss, and yeah. That's something I thought about. Incel culture and like philosophy goes so mainstream that the incels themselves are the first to drop it. It would be fucking hilarious. Just imagine like the cringe. Like my fucking TikTok has been inundated with like black pill and incel philosophy types. But it would be hilarious if that got to the point where it's so fucking mainstream and people are poking so much fun at it that the incels themselves, and by incels I'm not meaning virgins, I'm not meaning people who don't have sex, I'm meaning the people who call themselves incels, but they in reality are voluntarily celibate because they do not try, okay? Because if they tried, they probably could. If they change their ways, if they change their mentality, they definitely could. But that's a conversation for a different day, okay? They would cringe so fucking hard, okay? Like, there's definitely people who are already cringing at, like, the looks maxing shit because Clav gained popularity. And I hope that kind of happens to the whole incel movement. It would be hilarious, okay? A cultural staple game getting shut down, that would be something like Fortnite, like Genshin Impact, like Dota, like League of Legends, you know. Games that have had a large cultural impact on people, that people played like for decades, you know, like, and it just getting shut down. And yeah, that being it, like if GTA 5 online servers get pulled out like offline, you know, stuff like that. Next, I wrote AI companies sell user data in a weird way. I didn't really know how to word this one, but what I kind of mean is like they sell user data in an identifiable way. So like it's not anonymized, like fully straight up saying, oh yeah, this guy, like he was having, like he sent 226,000 messages to our chatbot asking for AI foot pics. That wouldn't be me because I don't use AI, okay? But like, yeah, you know, like straight up, your fucking social security number associated with the messages you sent to the fucking chatbot. That would be kind of funny. What else do I have? Oh yeah, attacks on AI or data centers. That would also be kind of funny. And I don't mean like someone going there and like breaking a couple monitors or like pulling a couple server racks out from where they are. No, I mean like someone like fucking pulls a Ted Kaczynski and like sends a bomb to like Google headquarters. Not Google headquarters, like I forgot the name of the company behind ChatGPT, but like those guys, that would be, I don't want to say that it would be funny, okay? I think that material destruction would be funny, not necessarily loss of life, okay? I don't really like loss of life, that's bad, but an AI data center going up in flames would be hilarious. Or, even funnier, if it flooded. If an AI data center floods, I will give everyone who is playing the game a free cross to put wherever they want by the end of the year, to possibly get a bingo, because like that's fucking great. The fucking irony of that would be incredible, because like AI wastes water and shit, and like, oh no, this center fucking flooded. I would laugh a lot. Next one, Putin dies. Next one, solar storm causes power outages. This one could be a short outage. I'm only counting it if it's more than like a small region, like if, I don't know, a US state or a country or whatever gets an outage, I'm counting it. Even if it gets resolved in a couple hours, that's still a power outage due to a solar flare. Yeah. Another one that's a bit like not realistic, because I don't think it could happen, but like it's kind of sad, it's kind of extreme, okay? And that is Kessler syndrome becoming not only noticeable but problematic. Like, and if you don't know what Kessler syndrome is, it is when there is so much space trash in orbit. Like, and by space trash I don't mean just bits and pieces of stuff that like died up there. I mean like dead satellites. I mean parts from like that came out of rockets as they were launching into higher orbits. I mean stuff that all older satellites collided and now there's like small fragments going at like fucking fractions of the speed of light. I'm exaggerating a little bit. And as that keeps getting worse and worse, because as there are more fragments, there are more collisions, more fragments, etc, etc, etc. And this is like, if we start actually getting oh yeah, look, did you hear there was a new satellite that got put offline because of a fucking fragment? Like, if that becomes news, like we are getting satellites that are breaking apart in orbit, yeah, I'm crossing this one out. But this is like almost an end of the world scenario, okay? Like, this is, we are stuck here, okay? By the way, that's what I think fucking Musk is trying to do. He's trying to get away from Earth and leave us here, while his fucking space trash fucking satellite net stops us from going after him and nuking the fuck out of him. I said what I said. Um, Next one, social medias, and I mean social medias like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Create a premium subscription where you can just say I don't want AI, and they will filter AI out for you for a payment. It's sad, but I think this could happen. So I included it in my bingo cards. Holy shit, I'm kinda glad that I just decided to stop writing stuff down at this point, because this took a long time to fucking read. If you want to take part in the game, you can look at the bingo cards that I'm flashing on screen right now. I asked the fucking website to make a total of 30. So if you were born on the 31st of some month, sorry, you can't play. Just kidding, you can play with whatever card you want, okay? You can pick for whatever reason you want, okay? If you want to play, if you don't want to play, that's chill too. I will do the updates anyways. I will try to keep up with which cards have got a bingo, which cards are close to a bingo, which things have been crossed out. Like, I have printed out all of the bingo cards, as well as like a fucking colors card where I will be crossing out stuff as it happens, and then I will like look through the other cards to cross the stuff out too. But yeah, if I miss something, please tell me. Like, I will be making updates, I will be making videos that aren't about the bingo, so there's always somewhere you can like tell me, especially through TikTok or bluesky, even if I don't go on bluesky as much. If you want to talk to me about anything, I have an email that you can contact. Yeah, you can contact me through here. I only go there like once a month, because I'm not expecting anyone to actually go there, but if you do, I'll try to respond. If I don't respond, don't assume I'm dead. And yeah, I will try to remember to flash the call list at the end of every update I do, because like, if you are playing a bingo, I want you to have access to it like immediately. I will probably also link the site that I used in the description, so if you want to like go and change stuff around and make your own bingo, like maybe using a couple of the ideas that I have, but like put in some of your own. Thank you so much for watching. I will try to go back to weekly or near weekly uploads. I'm going to keep making videos on the games that are free on the Epic Store. Not all of them, but like, yeah, sometimes I will do an update on this. I'll try to make at least an update every 3 to 4 months. If nothing happens, I will not make another update, but yeah, even if nothing happens, I'll try to make at least an update by the middle of the year and the conclusion at the end of the year, even if I don't get any X's, okay? Either way, if you want to say something, I'm here. And thank you again a lot for watching, and see you next time. Bye!